When Daniel proposed to Lily after 3 years of dating, he believed he had finally found the woman who completed his life. They had met in college, built a quiet love through laughter and late-night talks, and when he slipped that ring on her finger, she cried tears of joy. For Daniel, that moment was proof their love was unshakable. But a few weeks before their wedding, everything changed with one shocking sentence that shattered his faith in her forever. They were sitting in their favorite cafe, finalizing seating charts and talking about the honeymoon. Lily had been acting strangely, checking her phone too often, avoiding his eyes when he spoke, and giving vague answers whenever he mentioned the future. Daniel brushed it off as wedding stress. But when he gently asked if something was wrong, Lily sighed, looked away, and said, "The wedding is still happening, but I'll spend a few nights with my ex first." At first, Daniel laughed nervously, thinking she was joking. But her serious expression froze his smile. "You can't be serious," he said, his voice trembling. She replied calmly, "It's not what you think. I just need closure with him. It's complicated, but it won't change us." He stared at her, stunned beyond words. She spoke as if what she was saying was normal, like it was just a small errand before the ceremony. Daniel's heart began to pound. He asked her if she understood how disrespectful and cruel that sounded. Lily grew defensive, saying she didn't want to start marriage with unfinished emotions. Her tone carried arrogance, as if she expected him to simply accept it. For the first time, Daniel saw a side of her he didn't recognize, cold, selfish, and unfeeling. He left the cafe without saying another word. That night, he lay awake replaying every memory they had shared. Had it all been a lie? He wanted to call her, to demand an explanation, but something inside told him to stay silent. He realized that anyone capable of making such a statement didn't love him the way he loved her. The next day, he visited her apartment. Her bags were packed, not for the wedding, but for her so-called few nights away. She looked surprised to see him. Daniel said quietly, "I won't stop you, but you should know this wedding is off." Her mouth fell open. She tried to argue that he was overreacting, that love required understanding. But Daniel had reached a breaking point. "I was going to build a life with you," he said, "but you're already preparing to betray it before it even begins." She called him stubborn, claimed he didn't understand modern relationships, but he walked out before she could finish. He didn't look back. In the days that followed, Lily's friends tried to convince him to forgive her. Some said it was just a confusing phase, others claimed she didn't mean it literally. But Daniel knew the truth. Her words had revealed exactly who she was. He canceled the wedding, informed the guests, and blocked her number. It hurt deeply, but he refused to marry someone who thought commitment was optional. Weeks later, Lily showed up at his door, tear-streaked and apologetic. She said she hadn't gone through with it and begged him to reconsider. Daniel listened quietly, but the spark of love he once felt had turned into cold ashes. Her apology sounded rehearsed, born of regret, not love. He told her gently but firmly, "You taught me something valuable. Love without respect is nothing." She tried to reach for his hand, but he stepped back. The woman he had once dreamed of marrying now felt like a stranger. Months passed, and Daniel slowly rebuilt his life. He threw himself into work, met new people, and learned to smile again. The pain didn't disappear overnight, but it became easier to carry. He realized that losing someone unworthy wasn't a tragedy, it was freedom. One evening, as he walked past the same cafe where everything had fallen apart, he noticed a couple laughing at the corner table. For a moment, he remembered what it felt like to be that hopeful. Then he smiled to himself, not with bitterness, but with peace. Later, he learned through mutual friends that Lily tried dating again, but things never worked out for her. She reportedly told someone that losing Daniel was the biggest mistake of her life. Daniel didn't feel satisfaction, only closure. In time, he met someone else, a woman whose honesty and kindness reminded him that love could be pure again. This time, he didn't rush. He took his time, valuing trust above all. When he finally proposed again years later, it wasn't out of hope, it was out of certainty. And as he looked into his new fiancée's eyes, Daniel realized something profound. Sometimes heartbreak is not the end of love, it's the beginning of self-respect.